When it comes to digital marketing, there are very few services that we recommend to every business. Website visitor tracking is one exception. If you are a business and you'd like to be able to know who's on your website and what they're looking at, this is for you. Hi everyone, my name is Scott Solberg. I'm with HyperX Design and we specialize in web design and online marketing services for businesses across the US. One thing we're always on the lookout for are tools that can help give our clients an edge, and this is a really good one. Take a look at this. This is a list of companies who were identified while they were visiting one of our clients' websites, and this report was really easy to generate. Having this information can be a game changer for your sales efforts, and what makes it even better is it's really inexpensive, which makes it affordable for companies of all sizes. So let's talk about some of the benefits. Out on your website is some of your best potential lead activity, and the keyword there is potential. Unfortunately, only about 2% of your website visitors will identify themselves to you, typically either through a phone call or filling out your contact form on your website. So chances are you're missing out on some of your best opportunities. With website visitor tracking, we can help you improve the odds and unlock your hidden potential by helping you to identify the other 98% and giving you a strong new source of leads. With website visitor tracking, you'll have a great new lead source that works around the clock to capture your best leads. And if your company uses a CRM like Salesforce or Zoho, for example, you can automatically sync our tracking service to your CRM, and these leads can be automatically imported, which is very slick and efficient. Unlike other marketing methods, your leads don't have to opt in order for you to be able to capture their information. They opt in by simply visiting your website. And once that happens, your website and our software do all the work for you. The quality of these leads has the potential to be extremely high. Rather than simply providing a company name and phone number, our software will allow you to capture the specific movements of companies out on your website, which is going to improve the quality of your leads. So not only will you know who's out on your website, but you'll be able to see what pages they viewed, how long they spent on those pages, their entry pages, their exit pages, and whether or not they filled out a contact form. So it's going to improve your overall sales intelligence. And if you use an email marketing service, like say MailChimp or Constant Contact, this is going to help you improve the value of those leads as well. And the way that it does that is it takes you beyond the click. Right now, those email marketing services will let you know who opens your emails and the dates and times. And now you're going to be able to track the individual activity of those leads out on your website. And hey, at the end of the day, it's about sales, right? And one thing we know for sure is that informed sales reps close more deals. And having this information can really make a difference in understanding your potential buyers. In sales, obviously, timing is super important. And by knowing when specific leads are out on your website, you can perfectly time your follow-up phone calls. And that's right. Look how excited these people were when they found out this is only $79 a month. Again, with no long-term commitment, hidden charges, or per lead fees, this is something I consider to be a no-brainer for any business with a website. We also offer a free test drive with 14-day free trial, which you can find out on our website under the website visitor identification tab. So how does it work? It's really sort of like caller ID for your website, but it's better. Without getting too technical, we use what's called reverse DNS to ID the companies visiting your website, and it's based on their unique IP address. It's sort of like looking up a phone number in a phone book, but for websites. And to track individuals, say someone who clicks on one of your email links, we use a UTM code or a tracking code to be able to track their interaction with your website. And I'll show you how easy it is to generate that code when we get to the dashboard. So what happens when a company visits your website? Well, the first thing that happens is a notification email will go out to anyone that is set to receive them, so you'll know right away that you have a visitor. And the email will look like this. Basically, it's going to say, XYZ company is out on your website, and this is what we know about them. So you'll have that information as that company is out on your website. From here, let's take a look at the dashboard. So here is a live look at one of our client dashboards, and the way that it's set up is it is extremely intuitive, really no training required. As you click through the tabs, you can see the available options. It makes it very easy to run specific reports. It makes it very easy for you to be able to view the companies that have been identified. So let's take a look here at this list of companies and expand the search. And I mentioned earlier how easy it is to run reports, and there's multiple ways that you can do it, either through the reporting tab, or here if I wanted to export this list of companies to an Excel spreadsheet, I can easily do that by clicking the Excel button here in the top right. And when I do that, you'll see that it has auto-generated that report. So that's pretty great. As we scroll through the list, these are all clickable. So if I click on a lead, and it's going to open a new window. Within that window, I'm interested in this bar right here, which has a number of tabs. The first one being company information, and that's self-explanatory. The next tab over is pages viewed, and from here, you'll be able to see what pages they looked at, how long they spent on each page. You'll also be able to see if they've had more than one session. If so, that's usually a pretty good indicator that this is either a current customer or somebody that's very interested in your company. The page view summary will give you a summary view of the pages that have been viewed by this particular company. The research tab gives you some nice information that's centralized that is used by a lot of sales reps for their sales research. And the great thing about this is all of these links are pointed to this specific target's pages. So it makes doing research very, very efficient. The contacts tab will show you a list of potential contacts, and that does not mean that these were the specific individuals that were out on your website, but it could have been. The way that I use it is I like to use it to identify the syntax that the companies use for their emails. So if I have a name at a company that I want to reach out to, by using the format that they use as a company, the likelihood of that email being delivered is much higher. If you're using a CRM, again, the way that we begin the process of integration is by clicking on the CRM tab. We want to enable that, and here are the available CRMs that we currently integrate with. And it's very easy to link the two and start importing these leads directly into your CRM. We talked about email. If you're investing in an email campaign currently, the way that we integrate with that is through adding a campaign, and then we want to create a link using the email campaign link builder. And before we do that, we want to select whatever service that you're using if you're using one. In this particular case, I'm going to select MailChimp. The optional fields I'm going to select are the first name and last name. The destination URL is going to be my company website. There we go, create the link. I'm going to grab that text. And what we do with that text, we'll start with hopping over to MailChimp here. Here is just a mock-up of an email campaign here. And the call to action, what I want my viewers to do is click on this read more button. And what I want to do with that is direct anybody that clicks that read more button to that link that we just created. And when they do that, it's going to track their session out on our website. So let's save and close that. And if I send a test email to myself, this is what it's going to look like. And within that call to action now, when I click that, it's going to open up a new email browser with that UTM tracking code attached to it. So this session is now being tracked in the dashboard. Now, if you are not currently using an email marketing service, that's okay. You can also turn your existing email account into a lead generating tool. And here's a couple of ways you could do that. Starting with your signature, we want to make sure that we've got a clickable element in your signature. Typically, we'll find a logo there, which is pointing to your website more than likely. So if we simply change that link to the tracking code that we created in the dashboard, now anybody that clicks on your logo is still going to be directed to your website, but their session is going to be logged and tracked in the dashboard. In the body of your email, we can do the same thing. To learn more about our amazing services, click here. Well, let's make here a hyperlink, and we want to change the URL address to that tracking code. So guess what? There again, anytime somebody clicks on there, they're going to be directed to the website and it's going to be logged and tracked. We can do the same thing with an image or a graphic or a button if you wanted to embed that in your email as well. So there, now you know all about website visitor tracking and ways to generate new lead activity for your company. If you've ever experienced a great product or service and felt so strongly about it that you urged your friends and family to try it out, this is one of those products for me. Simply put, it just works and there's really no downside. If you'd like to try it out on your website for 14 days for free, it's very easy to sign up on our website. We can even help install the tracking code for you if you've got a WordPress website. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching and happy selling.